What's up, everybody? Week 2 of quarantine. Yeah, the hair's not looking good. All the barbershops and everything are closed, so I'm going to do my best to give you guys some interviews, because I have a lot of interviews with a lot of different people. So what I'm going to do is try to give you guys some interviews. First off, don't forget the GoPro. Yes, we're only like 700 subscribers away, so if you guys all just share one video on your story, Facebook, Instagram, whatever the case, even on YouTube, it would help out a lot. It looks like ESR has been canceled as well out in Texas, so we will not be out in ESR selling hats or doing the raffle on these sprockets. So I'm going to try and figure out a way to get these guys out, maybe save them for the rides for summer, because it looks like everything's going to be canceled until summer. So shout out to Six Shop for that. Those are available for $20 at thesixshop.com. Don't forget to use promo code KILLER. Let's see. On this episode, I wanted to talk a little bit. On this episode, we have the interview with Jason Pullen, which is the godfather of Harley stunt riding, freestyle riding, whatever you want to call it. Straight pioneer in my eyes. But before we get into that, I want to let you guys know a little bit on how to make some money while you're at home. If you have a garage full of parts that you want to get rid of, sell online, whatever the case may be. That's what I've been doing lately. I've been doing a lot of selling of FRI parts. So if you need something, you need to comment in the link below. So I'm going to give you guys some tips on how to cover your butt when sending money to somebody that you don't know, and also on shipping stuff. So first off, when shipping, what I use is called ShipStation. It's pretty easy to use, whether you're a seller of all time, you know, like that's all you do is sell parts, or not. It's an easy way to get you prices, pretty accurate, and you can also print labels off of there as well. Shout out to KevTech for gaming me up on that. So I'll leave a link below. It's called ShipStation, so link below on that. Also, when using PayPal, make sure you use goods and services, because that covers your butt on both ends. If the person never sends the part, then you automatically get your money back. You know, you don't release the funds, whatever the case may be. Because if you send it family and friends, there's no insurance on that. There's no coverage. So it's kind of worth the $2 to cover your butt with goods and services when sending something from, or when buying something from somebody that you don't really know. Another thing is also look up, you know, whether it be on Instagram or Facebook, look up to see if you know like a couple of people or a couple of riders that are pretty reputable that know the person. Like I've had one guy, I was trying to sell some calipers. It was hilarious. He goes, send me a picture with your shoe next to the caliper, and it didn't make sense to me, but he wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to send him just a Google image and then take his money. Which, of course, if you're going to do that for a $50 part, you're a POS. But that's just in my opinion. Do what you got to do. But yeah, try and make sure you buy from reliable people. Like me, I take a lot of pride in selling parts. One, because that's how I've made a lot of money and made a living for the last 5+ years, is selling parts, buying bikes, you know, and tearing them down, going through them, whatever the case may be. But I've been doing a lot of that to kind of make ends meet lately. You know, it's an easy way for everybody to make a couple bucks. So try to do your best to do some research on the person that you're buying from. See if, you know, anybody else that, you know, would be in a circle that you can reach out and be like, yo, hey, I bought this part from so-and-so, you know, is there any way you can reach out and see what's going on with the part, whatever the case may be. So that's a couple ways to kind of make a couple bucks and cover your butt over selling and sending parts and making a few dollars to make ends meet right now for these hard times, because a lot of us ain't getting paychecks. I know I'm not getting a paycheck from YouTube. I'm not getting a paycheck from anybody. So I'm just out here trying to sell a couple parts to make some ends meet, pay rent, still got phone bills, you know, due and everything like that. So let's get into this. Jason Pullen behind the helmet. I just want to show you guys how hard it is to try to get an interview with people at the stunt spot. It's definitely not easy, especially when it's such a big event like Stunt Bowl was, to get, yo, let me get 2 minutes of your time, let me get 5 minutes of your time. So here's a little glimpse of behind the scenes on how hard it is to try and get an interview with some of these riders. And then once again, I thank you all for the support, and please continue to share and stay safe through these hard times and stay blessed.
And everything.
No way.
Yeah, he was in
Say
Crocs.
something for your brother.
Skybox and everything. I was like, yeah.
Seabear, where are you going? Seabear. Seabear.
We're here with Seabear.
Yo, we gotta turn that fire off.
Seabear's such a beast. Seabear, how long have you been riding, bud?
1 year.
1 year. It's amazing what you can do in 1 year on a Harley.
I just have a God-given talent.
That's amazing. I believe that. So, what's your favorite bike?
Guys, for Stumble.
My road glide. Happy birthday, Mike Vick.
Yeah, what's up, man? Seabear won't do the roll bike.
I won't.
He's helping me out with you know, sugar on my face, but he won't do the roll bike. Come on, did you do the roll bike?
Yeah, the smoke is clearing out right now, but Mr. Pullen, are you ready for an interview?
Soon.
All right.
Soon as we figure some stuff out here.
How long you been riding?
Me?
I'm a year in.
Shit, I probably came around about, I don't know, 2002. I've been riding for 45 years, actually, motorcycles.
That's the year the best motorcycles in the world came out.
And they're still riding them.
You know that? You know
And
that.
they're still riding them to this day.
02, 03.
And I will not believe that I'm getting old.
No, not at all.
I'll be halfway to 100 in 15
I
days.
don't know how you do it, because like my knees, my hips, everything's hurting right
My
now,
legs really hurt.
and you got a few years on me.
Yeah, but you guys are both amazing riders, though.
I'll be 50 in fucking 15 days.
15,
30.
Turn 30.
February
I'm 30.
15th.
You're 30 right now.
Yeah, I'm already.
February 15th, I'll be 50. I'm really nervous.
So did you grow up with Harleys around you in life? Is that why you stuck with the Harleys and not the sport bikes, or just Harleys have always been your preference?
Well, I've always been around Harleys. My dad had a Harley way back in the 80s. He had a Harley. And I've just always liked Harleys. And I was racing Supermoto. I can go on with a long story, but I'll break it down. I was racing Supermoto, blew my bike up on the last race of the year in Sacramento, was pissed off. Everybody's like, oh, it's always next year. And I had my FXR, and I said, I'm going to go blow some steam off. Started to leave the venue, and they were serving it up, and Jason Britton and Darius and all those guys, they were all over there, and I was like, wow, what the hell? So I walked up and said, hey, man, what can I do to get out there and just blow some steam off? And they were like, what are you going to do? And I'm like, I just need to burn out and do some wheelies. And at that time, my burnouts were that long, and my wheelies were that high. And I went out there, and I just blanked out, and I just got ape and just had hella fun, ripped the whole fender off the bike, just had a good time, and ended up in 3 magazines and sold all my race. And I was like, I'm gonna start doing this, and you know, basically started on the FXR with a foot brake, had hella fun for about a year, saved up, got a Sportster, put a handbrake on it. The rest is history. I need another donut.
It came in first place at the Battleborn too, the Bell Brawl. My bad.
That was a good time, man. I don't really like competitions. I did a bunch of street bike competitions back in the day. Hey. And it was a good time. You know, it's kind of nerve-wracking. I like to just go out there and freestyle, so it's kind of hard for me to actually get out there and do, like, here's 3 minutes, do what you can do. I'd rather just ride all day. You know
Right, yeah, exactly.
But it was fun, man. There's a lot of talented riders out there, and it was cool. It was cool being around. Like, I've always been in the Harley thing, but I've always rode with the street bike guys.
Right.
So I kind of picked up all my techniques and moves and stuff off the street bike crowd, but it was cool to actually go out and have all Harleys out there.
Right.
And it was, like, pretty cool because, like, I'm not saying I started it, but I pushed really hard to make it what it was, and then now the whole Harley community is out there just knocking it out. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, you may not say you started it, but I'm pretty sure all of us here will say you pretty much started it.
I mean, not to down myself, there was guys in the 60s doing shit. I mean, maybe not to the extent that I'm doing it, but they were doing stunts, you know, they were doing like Look at Evil Knievel. That was a stunt what he would do, but
100%,
yeah, so everybody has their own thing. I just created a freestyle way a freestyle riding way on my Harley. Right. So, and it's just so much fun because you get creative and you just have fun and you blow people's minds.
Right. And you made your own handbrake, right? You do pretty much everything on your bike yourself, you know, basically, right?
Yes, because, you know, when I started, there was really no companies doing any handbrake brackets, and I just basically bit off of what the street bike guys are doing. I'm like, I can make something like that. Did it, made it work, and it was hella good. You know, it was just out there ripping, you know, so good times. Yeah, you know, melt some metal, make it work, let's go.
Definitely. Man, you got so many different crazy contraptions. You have the roll bike, the shifter car that has a Sportster engine in it, right?
1200, yep.
And then you got this massive transport mobile here, house on wheels. I mean, is it hard to get all this stuff in there? Is it hard to, go out in the garage and pick, all right, we're going to take that? Is it a mood that you're in? You know?
It's just, you know what, honestly, it's whatever I feel like doing. I just, you know, if I'm going to ride the go-kart, let's load the go-kart up, you know, because I've got my wife's bike set up pretty much the way I would set mine up. So even if I bring the go-kart, I can still ride her bike, you know what I mean? So I can still have fun, you know, and it's just, and you know, I never thought I'd say I'm getting old, but I'm starting to get a little older, and I feel like I'm slowing down. Like I can come out and ride with all my friends out here and have a good time for 20 minutes, and then just hang out with my friends, but yet still ride a little bit, and I still have a blast. To where, you know, back in the day, I would ride every night after work. I would ride Saturday and Sunday from 11 to dark, and on the way home, I'd pull over in a lit parking lot and ride for an additional hour. And you know, that's why a lot of people were like, "How the hell do you progress so fast?" I was just practicing, and I just got in that crazy. I was addicted to adrenaline, and then there wasn't really nobody doing freestyle on Harleys, so I was like, I'm gonna show off times 10, you know. So it was a good time, man. And you know, it's a lot of work, and that's what's kind of running me down, is keeping all the bikes and stuff running, you know. And so the maintenance is really hard for me.
Yeah, it was different when you only had to worry about one, and then now you got to worry about 6.
One bike, and I had no girlfriend. I had an apartment. I would go to work, come home, eat dinner, fill my bike up with gas, and ride till 1 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? And it was like that. And now it's like I'm lucky to get out of the house on Saturday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon after working on all my all morning to go riding for an hour. You know what I mean? So it's definitely changed, but man, it's just the crowd is, you know, all my riding friends on the crowd that we hang out with, everybody's so cool, you know. And it's just, you know, what's up, girl? Let me get that number. Got it. What we're doing right now, we rode all day. We rode real hard at Stunt Bowl, and look what we're doing right now. We're all hanging out. We got the game on. We got barbecue. We got a fire pit. They got everybody hanging out the fire pit. Like, this is all family, man. It's like this is the stunt community family, and it's just like, you get car clubs and stuff like that. And there you got your groups of cool people. Like, we're one group. Like, you don't see nobody else anywhere but here.
Yeah. So you've been doing this a long time. Where in the whole stunt time have you been riding? Where's your favorite place to ride?
I'm in California. You know, I mean,
one specific spot.
One specific spot.
If you go anywhere, legit, Mare Island, like wherever the case, anywhere in the
Honestly, I think Frisco, Pier 32 was my ultimate favorite place because it was a short drive. It was my hometown.
Right.
Great area, you know, great backdrop. I got ejected off that property. On paperwork, I'm not allowed to be on that property no more.
Wow.
So, yeah, I'm a felon. There, I'm a felon. Absolutely. I'm a felon on that property. So. But I mean, I like riding everywhere. I mean, I love, you guys are talking about Fairfield. Let's go. We're on Oakland. Let's go. Like, it's just, you know, as long as I'm around, you know, around this group of people, it's like it's pretty damn cool.
Yeah, exactly. So what is your favorite trick? What's your favorite trick to do?
I honestly like the high chair circles. Because they're technical. They're harder for me to do on the Dyna because it's a longer wheelbase. Right. So I have not been able to go right yet to do a high chair figure 8. It's just you have a lot of shoulder, you know, throw your shoulder around in the weight. And with the bike being that long and being that high, I haven't figured out how to throw it to the right yet, but I will definitely get a high chair figure 8 sooner or later.
So one way or another, I wouldn't doubt it.
I used to do left, right on the Sportster because the wheelbase is shorter, the power was different, and you know, it was a different setup. But the high chair circles are pretty damn cool. Oh, Bullo.
So
blocks.
I've been riding with this old man probably the longest than anybody here.
Yeah,
and
Bullo's been around.
We've been going a long time, and I can vouch that I knew him when he could barely wheelie that bike. Squid Lamy. It was squiddish. It was squiddish.
That was cool.
And one of the best Harley riders in the world now. I look at it and I'm like, man, you're like 50 now. You're doing it real big.
In 15 days.
We rounded off around here. You're about 50. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, that's halfway to 100. Halfway to 100.
He's a half a century.
I don't even call it 50. I'm saying halfway to 100.
So what?
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny that Bullo came in because I used to ride across the bay with Bullo, and I'd go to his house and we'd hang out and everything, and it was like, let's go ride. And we did Clawwitter, right? We'd go to Clawwitter, man, and that was. I look back at some videos where I couldn't even do circles. Like I was doing Christ standing on the seat, and like that was the sickest shit I ever did. I'm, oh my God, I couldn't even imagine doing like some of the
crowds are still amazed over the Christ.
Oh, most definitely. 100%. Because I can do a switchback wheelie for X amount of time, and the crowd says clap, clap. Yeah. But I do a Christ, and they go ape shit. I have never understood that, but it is what it is. I just do both.
Yeah, exactly. It's ridiculous. Brembo or Magura?
Brembo. Only because I've never had a lot of experience with Magura. I've rode bikes with them, but I've just been a 16, 18 Brembo.
Always.
Yeah. And I'm sure that if I ran from day one, if I ran Magura, I mean it's a good product. Yeah, right. But it's just I've never really ran them. But if you had two in front of me, I'd pick the Brembo because I'm so used to it. Yeah. So.
Any big events plans this year?
I got a couple events in the works right now, but nothing to brag about. Yeah. I'm kind of slowing down a little bit, but we're gonna be doing a handful of them still, and not like shit. 09, man.
Yeah.
I was booked back to back to back to back. I don't even know. Like I said, I don't even know how I kept the bikes running.
Right.
Because I'm lucky to get the bike out on a Saturday and ride, and it's like, then was like Saturday and Sunday, LA, Vegas, or, Livermore, LA. Like, how was I look at some of my books. I'm like, how the hell was I there, and then back to work on Monday?
Yeah.
What the, so.
Made it work.
Made it work, yeah. It was the adrenaline.
All right. Well, once again, I want to thank you for everything. You're a great inspiration for a lot of us. Sport bikes, Harleys, doesn't matter what it is. You're an amazing rider. You have amazing talent. And, we all thank you for that and pushing the sport to get it where it is right now. So,
I appreciate
what I mean?
I'm glad that sport is still going. Harleys and street bikes. The Harley bikes have come a long way, and the street bikes have just always been here, and they've just been killing it. And some of the street bike riders are still amazing. I'm like, how the hell they do that? But
Definitely. Well, brother, I appreciate your time, man.
Cool, man. Thank you.
Always. Thank you.
Yeah, Daddy.